Hi, my name is Teo Benson. I'm the Executive Director of Orchestra Northwest, and what you're about to see is collaboration of Cascade conductors and Cascade composers, original music, and conductors from the Cascade Conducting Masterclass. I want to encourage everybody to make sure to go out and get vaccinated. I had my second vaccine shot on June 6th, and it's nice and easy, and now I feel so much more confident going out and being able to do all the things that I couldn't do before I was vaccinated. So I encourage all of you, please go out and get vaccinated. It's easy, and everybody should do it. So let's make the world safe. Thanks.
Hola, ¿cómo están, amigos? Bienvenidos el día de hoy. Lo que van a presenciar, lo que van a ver es el producto final de un curso de dirección de orquesta y de compositores también. El curso de dirección de orquesta estuvo a cargo de la maestra Ioannides y el curso de composición estuvo a cargo del maestro David Ludwig, que ahora va a ser el nuevo director de Juilliard. Estamos muy orgullosos de él y todos los participantes. Aquí en Cascade Conducting tuvimos muchas becas para latinos, para African Americans, para Native Americans, para Womans, etcétera, etcétera. Tuvimos un fellow, un chico muy talentoso. No se lo pierdan. Y pues bienvenidos, mi nombre es Paula Madrigal. Recuerda ponerte la vacuna, yo ya me la puse, ahora es tu turno. Si queremos regresar a los conciertos en vivo, esta es nuestra oportunidad, y también invita a tus hijos. Espero que disfrutes la música del día de hoy.
Hi, my name is Sarah Ioannides. I'm the music director of Symphony Tacoma and the artistic director of Cascade Conducting, which is a workshop for conductors, but most recently also for composers. In June, we had the opportunity to bring everybody together to work and produce 6 world premiere performances under these young conductors. It was an incredible experience, and we could only do this because people had been vaccinated. It's so important that everybody get their vaccines so that new variants don't arise, and so that we can also protect other people who cannot get access to vaccines so readily and easily, or who cannot take them for any reason. So if you can, please do, because we want to be back together in person as soon as we can be. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, my name is Sebastian Serrano, one of the selected participants and scholarship recipient for this year's Conducting Masterclass organized by Cascade Conducting and Symphony Tacoma. This year we were able to meet in person and enjoyed an incredible week full of intense rehearsals, study sessions, collaboration with new composers, a recording session, and of course lots of great music making. For me, this was an amazing opportunity to interact with colleagues, connect with professional musicians, refine my skills, and start engines after a very unusual and challenging year. And while we took all the necessary precautions to stay safe and healthy, the vaccination rates among participants and musicians, as well as the massive response to vaccinations in the state of Washington, really made this event a huge success. So I want to encourage everyone to continue helping with the national efforts of fighting the spread of COVID. We can do it together.
Hi everyone, my name is Elise. I was one of the conductor participants at this year's Cascade Conducting Workshop and Masterclass. We had a wonderful week rehearsing and recording with the musicians of Symphony Tacoma. This live music event would not have been possible had not all the participants received their COVID vaccinations. I received mine in New York in April, which enabled me to travel across the country. I would urge all of you who haven't received yours yet to go get one. Vaccines are safe and effective, and they will enable all of us to go back to the concert hall this coming fall.
Hi there, my name is Austin Davis. I'm a scholarship recipient here at the Cascade Conducting Masterclass. and I got the vaccine back in March of this year. Having to be away from music for the past 14, 16 months has been really difficult for me, and so getting the vaccine to be able to come back and perform with musicians and to be back in the concert hall that I love so much is really important to me. And so I stress to you, if you are also a fan of classical music, that you too get the vaccine so that you can come back to places like this here with Symphony Tacoma and be able to hear and listen to that fabulous classical music that we all love so much. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Matthew Straw, and I was this year's Cascade Conducting Fellow. As you know, I was recently able to enjoy a fantastic week of in-person music making with Symphony Tacoma at the Cascades Conducting Workshop, and this was the first time that I've been able to travel somewhere to conduct since the pandemic began. And it would not have been possible without extremely effective COVID vaccines that all of us were able to receive a few months ago. This past year has been extremely difficult for all of us in artistic fields. And, you can't conduct an orchestra over Zoom. And that's why I would like to encourage you to get vaccinated. In the past month, 98% of people who died from COVID were unvaccinated. That means that these vaccines work extremely well. They're safe, they're effective. And if you have reservations, talk to a doctor or seek out the advice of somebody who's an expert in the field and see what they have to say. Please, get vaccinated and do the best that you can to try and understand what it means to be vaccinated and the future that it is able to give all of us, so that we can hopefully get back to normal and go see concerts again, and so that we can keep the music going. So, thank you very much.
Hello everyone, I am Emmanuel De Leon Jr., originally from the Philippines, but currently I am taking my Doctor of Musical Arts in Conducting here at the University of Notre Dame. I was one of the active participants of the Cascade Conducting Masterclass with guidance from Sarah Ioannides, and I had the privilege to work with such great musicians from Symphony Tacoma and my colleagues at the said Masterclass. After a year of not having performances or not able to conduct an orchestra, it was refreshing and enriching to learn from all of those people. And that won't happen if we were not vaccinated. So please, really consider to get vaccinated. It will be a great time for us to help the world to recuperate. And so we will be able to come back soon, even stronger. All the best.
Mi nombre es Agustín Rubio, soy uno de los cardiólogos aquí en el Hospital de Seattle Children's. He tenido la oportunidad de hablar con mis pacientes y con las familias de mis pacientes sobre la vacuna y la importancia de la vacuna contra el COVID-19. Le he preguntado a muchas de las familias cuáles son las barreras, cuáles son los obstáculos o el miedo. Es importante saber que de lo que nosotros hemos visto en la medicina adulta, lo más probable es que lo vamos a ver también en la medicina de los niños. Tener la vacuna es muy importante para la oportunidad que los niños regresen a la escuela. Es importantísimo, no solamente para la salud física, pero también para la salud mental. Por eso quiero recordarles a todos los padres que la vacuna contra el COVID-19 está disponible para todos los niños mayores de 12 años de edad. La vacuna significa protección y seguridad para todas nuestras familias.
Hello, I'm Karina Barn, Executive Director with Symphony Tacoma. We are excited to share with you 6 brand new compositions from up-and-coming composers. We bring this to you in partnership with Cascade Conducting Masterclass and Orchestra Northwest, as well as a generous grant from the National Endowment for the Arts. If you haven't done so already, please press the subscribe button on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, and don't forget to turn notifications on. We have loved performing for you virtually this year, but are thrilled to be returning to live performances in October. Please visit symphonytacoma.org for more information on our upcoming 75th anniversary schedule, as well as our Diamond Anniversary Gala. All of these programs are being brought to you thanks to our sponsors, so please help me thank Multicare and Tacoma Creates. Thank you very much, and we hope you enjoy.
Hello, my name is Teo Benson. I'm the Executive Director of Orchestra Northwest and Cascade Conducting. What you're about to see today is the results of an intense and beautiful week of collaboration between conductors, composers, and musicians. All of our composers and conductors are incredibly talented, and it was a fantastic experience for me to see them working together and to see the results of what they were able to accomplish. I would like to thank Symphony Tacoma for making this possible in partnership with Cascade Conducting, Karina Barn, and orchestra manager Saul Klein, and of course, Sarah Ioannides. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy.
Hello, my name is Sarah Ioannides. I'm the music director of Symphony Tacoma and the artistic director of Cascade Conducting, and now Cascade Composing. This is the fourth year when we've been able to get together and work with conductors, both on technical aspects of beating, but also on musical aspects of score study and of structure and sound and texture. It's been a remarkable week to bring 6 talented composers, 18 musicians, and 16 conductors to come and work all together and collaborate. We really believe that the future of great music making is right here in the heart of Tacoma. And it's just such a pleasure to be able to have a dream come true with so many talented artists working together. We hope you'll enjoy these 6 very varied, different performances. And I'd like to thank very much the wonderful David Serkin Ludwig, who's been working behind the scenes with these composers for some year or two. We hoped to record these last year, but with the delay, thanks to COVID, we are doing this a year later. But it's even more rich because of the wait. And we hope that many more performances like this will happen with you watching here in person. Come and join us in the future. Cascade Conducting, Cascade Composing, and Symphony Tacoma. Thank you for watching.
Hi, I'm Randall Smith. Thank you for tuning in for this video premiere. My piece, Sweet Humana, began as a vehicle to explore the space between disparate ideas and to allow us to have room to entertain paradox and dance with the tension between extremes. Through the course of 2021, while I was writing it, news continued to break about the pandemic and various societal tensions that continued to divide our society, and it started to take on new meanings wherein I was responding to all these various tragedies and the tensions that they were creating. Ultimately, it culminates in a message of hope that allows us to envision a better future and hopefully, if we work together, a way forward towards a more equitable and a more joyful existence with each other. Ultimately, any piece of music can have many meanings, and so I don't want to impose my intent on your experience. So anything that you hear that resonates with you is perfectly valid. It can have completely different meanings from what I envisioned. At any rate, I hope that you come out of this experience feeling an element of joy and a little bit of hope after what's been a really rough year. So thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy this.
hold these truths to be self-evident. That we are all created equal. That we are endowed by our Creator with certain ineffable qualities. That among these are life, virtue, intelligence, faith, humor, hope, compassion, spirit. Life, virtue, intelligence, faith, humor, hope, compassion, spirit. Life, virtue, intelligence, humor, hope, faith, compassion, spirit. Life, virtue, intelligence, faith, humor, hope, compassion, spirit.
Hello, my name is Elise Winkler, and I would just like to thank you for taking the time to listen to my piece, Beneath the Cherry Blossom Tree. When I was 10 years old, I had a piano performance at the University of Washington, and once my performance was done, I had the privilege to see the cherry blossom tree field on the campus. It was springtime, so all of the trees were in full bloom. Surrounded by pink blossoms, I was just so in awe, and it was a magical sight that I could never forget. Reflecting on this experience 10 years later, I can sense sort of the youthful energy and magic that I experienced in that day, and also the symbolism that spring provides for each of us within our lives. With spring comes beauty, hope, warmth, and change. And right now, in this period of our lives where everything feels chaotic and uncertain, it's important to hold out hope that spring will come for us every year. I would like to thank David Ludwig and Sarah Ioannides for their fantastic mentorship in this program, and I would like to thank all of the orchestra players and the conductors for their hard work and brilliant interpretation of my piece. I hope you enjoy the performance. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mark Pritchard, composer of Flux. You're about to hear a performance of Flux by the wonderful musicians of Symphony Tacoma. This wouldn't be possible without a lot of hard work from Cascade Conducting, which is to say Tio Benson and Paula Madrigal, Maestra Sarah Ioannides, and all the talented musicians and dedicated staff of Symphony Tacoma. A heartfelt thank you to all of you. About the piece, flux is the flow of radiant energy, fluid, or particles across an area or a surface. Examples of flux include the currents of a river, the tides, the aurora borealis, your chi, and our tears. A state of flux is a state of uncertainty and change, prompted by a major event and preceding the establishment of a different direction. It sounds like where we're at right now. Flux is created from two contrasting themes and a few characteristic gestures. One theme, introduced by the bassoon solo at the opening, is slower, reflective, and sometimes sad or angry. The second theme, immediately following and enunciated by the winds, is more upbeat, cheerful, encouraging, and playful. These two themes play cat and mouse, call and response throughout the piece and take on different faces. The gestures include a plucked bass note, boom, a harmony introduced by a punch, boom, and a sustained note passed from instrument to instrument, along with falling melodies on top of one another. Enjoy your listening experience, and please be generous in your support of the Symphony Tacoma team and all their efforts to keep classical music relevant during the pandemic and beyond.
Hello, my name is Paula Madrigal. I am the Artistic Director to Orchestra Northwest, and we are supporters of Cascade Conducting. And in Cascade Conducting, we have a different scholarship. We have a scholarship for women, for African American, for Latinos, for Native American. And thank you for seeing our concerts. Hola a todos, mi nombre es Paola Madrigal, soy la directora artística de Orquesta Northwest y apoyamos nosotros a Cascade Conducting y aquí tenemos varias becas, gracias a todos los que nos apoyan, becas para latinos, para mujeres, para nativos. Gracias por ver nuestro concierto el día de hoy.
Hello, my name is Jorge Morales. I would like to thank, first of all, Sarah Ioannides, Cascade Composition and Conducting, the Symphony Tacoma, David Ludwig, and Theo Benson for all their hard work and this wonderful experience. I'm from South America, Bolivia, and I wrote this piece based on a trip I took to the largest salt flat in the world. And it has two main sections. My piece starts with me arriving to the town of Uyuni, which is a few miles outside of the salt flat, and seeing the sunrise. The next section is the landscape as I travel towards the salt flat, and the ground changes, becomes completely white, and it becomes filled with a small layer of water, and it just becomes a surreal landscape. So that, I hope you enjoy my piece. Thank you for listening. Mi nombre es Jorge Morales, soy de Sudamérica, Bolivia. Quisiera agradecer a Theo Benson, Sarah Ioannides, a David Ludwig por toda esta oportunidad de poder componer y poder escuchar mi pieza con una orquesta de la Sinfónica de Tacoma. Mi pieza está basada sobre mi viaje a Uyuni, Bolivia, que está cerca del salar más grande del mundo, y empieza mi pieza con la llegada al pueblo de Uyuni, donde veo la salida del sol, y después la segunda sección es la parte donde se escucha los pájaros, se ve el paisaje del altiplano boliviano, y vamos más cerca al salar y el suelo se vuelve blanco y se cubre con un poquito una capa de agua. Bueno, muchas gracias por escuchar y que disfruten.
Hello, my name is Mika Duzma. I'm a composer and educator in the Seattle area, and I'm so excited for my piece, Godless Galisteo, to be performed and heard. I wrote Godless Galisteo as a birthday present to my father, and I wanted it to serve as a time capsule for all the memories and experiences I had with him growing up backpacking in the Southwest. And something I really wanted to capture was the ruthless beauty of that landscape, but also the violence and history that has occurred there as well. So while you're listening, you might hear a couple of different themes. The first one, introduced in the bassoon, is my Grand Gulch theme. Then there's a colonialist theme, which is a little bit more sharp and militaristic. And then there's a flash flood theme, which kind of comes in and washes it all away. So thank you so much to David and Sarah and Teo and Symphony to Tacoma for this opportunity. And thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Brian Morales. You're about to hear my piece Threshold. It's a piece that explores the abstraction of the word. I always found it kind of interesting because it's applied in many different ways. For instance, sometimes we describe a bride crossing a threshold into marriage. There's also in medical science, in psychology, sometimes a person can hit a mental breaking point where they just snap. And then even in neuroscience, we have this constant explosion of synapses that are just kind of keeping us operating. And I found this all very fascinating. So I kind of explored that abstraction of the idea in this music. It basically starts out kind of distilled and disparate, and then we move into something more formed and slow, and then it culminates into a large burst of energy, coming into a catharsis, relaxing, and ending again. And so if we look at this microcosm of threshold that's happening all around us, I think that's something beautiful and wonderful. Thank you.